Well, guys, I got my shirt Amy bought me. It says taking it easy. Taking it easy. Can you tell I'm taking it easy right now? I'm taking it pretty darn easy.
Today.
Yeah, today. Guys, it's Sunday. God bless you all. Hope you all went to church. Hope you did what you got to do. And we're just going to have a Q&A here with me and Amy. And, of course, Hey. He's always got to get it on the camera. You know, if I wasn't running this camera, Hey wouldn't be crowing. It just seems when I get the camera on is when Hey decides he wants to crow.
Or I get on the phone.
Yeah, there it goes again. He's very vocal. And in case you're wondering, does he wake us up in the morning? No, he does not. He does not wake us up in the morning. If your rooster is waking you up in the morning, then you need to get better insulation, or you gotta drown him out somehow.
Yeah, because he's inside the coop, and he does crow inside the coop.
Yeah.
But when he's inside the coop and we're inside the tiny home, we can't hear him.
No, I got it insulated just right.
Yep.
There you go again.
He does seem to talk to a rooster down the way from us.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, they'll get going where he crows and then the other rooster crows and then he crows and then they go back and forth.
They're probably talking about this. He's probably saying, "Look, I got 5 hens," and Hey's saying, "I got 18." Yeah. I got you beat. It's a competition with Hey and the other rooster. Or they're saying, "Hey, did you see that hawk that just flew over?"
Yeah, hopefully they're pre-warning each other.
Yeah, pre-warning. I wish I could understand what a rooster was talking.
I know.
Because I bet you it'd be pretty darn comical, to be honest with you. He's a good rooster. He's got his bad points. He gets a little feisty here and there, but not too much anymore.
He's doing his job as a rooster. He's trying to protect the hens from predators. He doesn't realize, though, that we're not predators.
Yeah. But I notice when I go in there with my shorts on with a red stripe, it sets him off.
He doesn't like red.
I don't wear those no more.
Yeah.
If I go in there with my camos, it's like I'm invisible to him. I don't know.
Imagine that. You're invisible wearing camo.
All right, guys. So it's the Swisher Family Farm here. We're going to do a review of what it's like being on our homestead for a year and a half. All right. I have to say, it's the best thing I could have ever done in my life. Health, mind, and body. Yeah.
It's very peaceful out here. You'll notice right now we let the generator die out. Yep. So right now there's no generator sound, which is nice.
Yeah.
We like to do that every once in a while. Give the generator time to
breathe and cool down.
Cool down and and that way we can enjoy our nature. You can hear when the generator's not running. You can hear all the birds that we have around, and we have a lot of birds around. They're all over the place, all different kinds of birds. My favorites are the cardinals, because you see a pair of them together, a male and a female. And
we have a couple that stick around here all the time.
Oh yeah.
Now we do not feed our birds any seed during the summer. They have to fend for themselves. But in dead of winter, we will feed them seed to keep them going, keep them healthy. It's kind of hard to find bugs when it's snow out.
Yeah.
So we do that, and that's one thing that is requested. If you guys have birds, do not feed them during the summer.
Yeah.
Let them fend for themselves. When the winter comes, that's fine. You're taking care of them.
Because if you keep feeding them during the summer, they will forget how to forage for their own food, and then if you stop feeding them or you move away or they migrate somewhere else, they're going to be looking for someone to feed them, and they'll have forgotten how to fend for themselves, and then they're going to die.
Yeah.
So you have to, when they can't find food in the wintertime is when you need to feed them.
Yeah. I mean, sure, Mother Nature would take its course. Even if we didn't feed them, they would find something somewhere else. I mean, common. But yeah, I'll have to say I have lost a tremendous amount of weight being out here. I have gotten a heck of a lot healthier than I was 2 years ago. I mean, 2 years ago I was looking pretty bleak.
Yeah.
It was not good for me.
In fact, he cut back his diabetes medicine to 1 pill a day without telling the doctor.
Yeah.
And when we did our blood work, about a month ago?
Yeah.
His A1C is below 7, which is really good.
Yeah.
And when we told the doctor he was down to 1 pill a day, she was like, well, that is amazing. She was very happy about that.
Because most people, they take the pill and they just stick to the same thing they were doing and not try to better themselves. Not try to make themselves healthy.
Yeah.
I have worked really hard to lose a lot of weight. I mean, I used to be a lot bigger than this. And I mean, I know I'm big now, don't get me wrong. But I'm slowly losing the weight. And, you know, I was 400 plus when we came out here. 400 plus. Now I'm 300 and some odd pounds. And I'm working on that. And the most I noticed during the wintertime, I'll put a few pounds back on because there's not a lot of motivation when it snowed out and everything else. But now
there's not a whole lot you can do outside in the winter time.
Well, there is, but it's cold, and I just getting out in the cold, and then I come outside, I'm all ready, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to do something, get something done on the homestead. As soon as I step out in the cold, I go, nope, go back in the house. But I have it for my health. It is done remarkable. My mental, being out here really makes you. How can I put it? I'm looking for that word.
Appreciate what has been given to us.
Yeah, and you appreciate your farm. You appreciate the hard work you put into it, because sometimes
that's the big thing for us to see how different it looks now. And I can put a link to some of the videos from when we first came out.
Just go start watching the first
start
one
at the beginning
and go all the way back, and you'll see how far we've come.
Yeah.
How much dirt we've moved, how much, oh my gosh.
How many trees we cut down.
Jeez, the trees, the tons of dirt.
I mean, the first few videos are all about us cutting, clearing land and cutting down trees and...
just to make a place to stay.
Yeah.
To even stay.
Yeah, when we first came, there was only about a square foot area of maybe 20 by 20 that we could park our cars on. Yeah. And the first thing you had to do was clear a place to put the tiny home. Yeah. And the reason we put the tiny home where it is and so close to the road, you can kind of see the road behind us. The reason it's here is because this was literally the only place on the property that we could put it.
You could put it. Yeah. So it's either put it here or freeze to death. Yeah. It's pretty much how it came
so we
up.
put it here.
We put it here. But again, this is going to be a cabin for our grandkids and our kids to come and stay when they want to visit. Yeah. That way they're not all cooped up in the house. Of course, we want you guys, if you guys are watching, we want you in the house. But it gives you privacy for yourself. Yeah. Plus, it helps our friends out because our friends that come visit, they'll have a place where they can stay. They don't have to hang with us 24/7. No, they can come here, relax. Another thing is, too, is they won't have to bring a camper up here. Yeah. If they don't want to. If they just want to come up here.
Or stay in a tent.
Or stay in a tent, even. I mean, it just makes it more feasible. So we said, you know what? We'll put this on. It's another piece now. We are working on. We finally found a place that we can have our house built. Yep. And we are super excited about this, and you guys are going to get...
it's the style of house
it's exactly what we wanted.
Both wanted.
Yep.
And so you'll see more about that as we...
And we're pretty excited, because every time we come out here in the afternoon, as the sun's going down to watch the sunset, we can look over and we can picture the house being there. We're so excited about it. And it's going to be the square footage we figured was about 1,800 square foot.
1,800 square foot.
1,800 square foot home. Yep. Which is perfect for us. Yep. Oh, I'm excited about it. We will have that coming. We do have some really big projects coming on the homestead in the fall. During the summer, it's kind of hard because the camera keeps overheating. And you can only video so much. It overheats. And then you got to cool it down and then come out. And you get about maybe 6 minutes and it gets hot again, because you got to remember where we're videoing is not a shaded area. It's most of the time it's in open sun, so we're going to have those issues. But you know, the cooking videos, I started doing the cooking videos now. I'm really happy with that. Don't forget, you guys, you need to check out our 2 Facebook pages. We got Swisher Family Farm and Swisher Homesteaders. And don't forget, you guys can put your videos on there. You guys can put little tidbits and hints and tricks and stuff. You guys
we want to try to create a homesteading community. There's other homesteading communities out there, but this is all about helping everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, you might try something that works really well for you that you want to share with the rest of the homesteading world, and that's what we want. We want to create a community. We're not in here and creating content and having our Facebook pages so that we can create like membership pages that people have to pay to join. We don't want to do that. We want to create a community of people helping people and other homesteaders helping each other so that we can, I mean, it's a hard decision to make this decision to come out and homestead. And there have been times, not recently, but there were times in 2020 that we weren't sure that we were going to be able to do it.
No.
And that we wanted to continue doing it. And I'm glad that we stuck it out.
It got pretty hard.
Yeah.
2020 got really hard.
And I mean, 2020 was a hard year for everybody. But there were times that we weren't sure that we wanted to stay out here.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that we did.
Yep.
I'm glad that we stuck it out. The garden this year is so much better than last year.
We got a video coming up.
Yeah. So much better than last year's. The soil is so much better. Doing the raised beds is so much better for my back.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we decided to make the raised beds. Plus, they look awesome. Like when you pull up to our homestead and you see the raised beds with the metal on the bottom and the treated wood, and it's really beautiful, and I'm very happy with it. I can't wait till next year when we put the inside beds. And next year, the yield from our garden is going to be even more.
Yeah, it'll be greater, significantly greater.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Just up the stuff we've done this year has just been amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't gotten a lot from our garden, but we've gotten enough to taste.
Oh yeah.
To put on the dinner table a couple of nights.
We've had squash a couple of nights.
Yeah. Our peas are absolutely phenomenal.
They're so sweet.
Some green beans.
And we've been eating the whole pea pod with the peas inside.
Oh my gosh.
And it's so sweet.
It's sweet. And we did get, I found yesterday, I was in the garden and I was like, we had salad last night along with pizza I made. We'll get into that later, but I have to say, we pulled these tomatoes off of our plant that I have found were at the very bottom. Now, to specify what our tomato plants are like now, I counted on one tomato plant, and it was a Cherokee. There is 70 tomatoes on one plant, and that's no joke. 70 tomatoes.
Yep,
that's
Cherokee
a lot
purples.
of tomatoes. Cherokee purples.
Yep.
But these came off of her sweet, what were they, sweet cherry tomatoes?
Yep.
The salad tomatoes, the little small ones, sweet cherries. We pulled, I think, 6 or 7 of them off of there. And OMG.
They were so
They
good.
were amazing. They were so sweet. It's really weird because when you go to the grocery store and you buy produce at a grocery store, it doesn't have any flavor. It's gone.
That's why I love, because it's mass produced.
Yeah.
And that's why I love growing our own food. And I mean, there are going to be things that we still have to buy at the store that we aren't going to be able to produce here. But the vegetables that we can produce here, I'm very excited about, and they taste so much better than anything you could get in the store.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everything's better than what you get in the store.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you have to work for it.
Yeah.
But
I think that's what makes it taste better.
Yeah. Well,
because as you eat it, how much work you personally put into
the love of gardening.
Making that tomato grow and taking care of it and making sure that the weeds are pulled out and making sure there's no worms and making sure that it's just cultivated properly.
Yeah.
And not using any pesticides and not using any any fertilizer other than the peat moss and the cow manure that we put in the soil.
Yeah.
And just knowing when you eat that you did that.
Yeah.
You helped to cultivate that plant, and that makes it taste that much better.
And it's fun, because it's like when you have when you get something new, do you ever notice how if it's a new tool or it's a new piece of makeup or whatever, you get it and you're excited when you get it? Well, the garden's the same way. When you get your first pea or your first green bean or your first tomato
yeah,
or
the first
squash,
one of every plant we've picked off and just ate it.
Yeah, yeah. And it was, we were like, oh, I can't wait until, but now it's really starting to produce. So we have to keep up on, you know, eating it and taking care of it and then making sure we freeze it for another meal. And but yeah, guys, I'll tell you, the garden was a blessing. The garden is definitely a blessing. I'm so thankful for that.
And that's going to be something else that we do too as we go through the season. If we get an overabundance, we will flash freeze stuff. Like we'll put stuff, put it in a little bit of water and then freeze it so that it stays till the winter.
Yeah, another thing we'll do too is if it's an overabundance, we'll give it to others. Yeah. Because giving's all part of it.
Yeah, we'll share it.
Yeah, we've already shared some. We shared some of our squash with the neighbor down the road there. Drove over and dropped it off, and she was very thankful and appreciative of it, that she got it. And, you know, I'm thinking, well, that's what it's about. You know, it's family, faith, and friends all together. But, so moving out here, yeah, it was a blessing. It was a blessing.
Yep. I would definitely do it again. If we had to make this decision over again, I would definitely do it again.
Yeah. I would have changed some stuff though.
Yeah,
I would have made the mistakes that I made coming out here. But you know, as long as you learn from your mistakes and not be repetitive about it, you're doing pretty good.
That's the most important thing, to come out here and trial and error is huge.
Yeah, you're gonna have it. I don't care who you are. You be the best farmer in the world, and you're still going to have trial and error. You are. Yeah,
and it's important to remember what didn't work so you don't repeat it over and over again. Like Justin said, you know, repeating your mistakes.
Yeah.
And
now, I'll be honest. I've done that a couple of times out here. Repeated a mistake. And it was just out of... I'll be totally honest, it was out of laziness more so than anything than mistakes. Yeah. It was just me being lazy and just saying, oh, I'll just do it and I'll do it later. Don't do that. Just do it right out the start. I mean, I'm learning. I'm still learning every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I come out every day and I'm learning something. I'm looking up something. I'll tell you what, I have gotten more of an education being here than I'll ever get probably going to some school or anything of that fact, because in order to survive, you have to do trial and error and research. Yeah. Lots of research.
Yeah, when he's not outside working, he's watching videos on YouTube or reading articles on the internet about different things that we can do and different projects we can do, different things that we can set up here that will help make our farm more self-sufficient. Yep. And just things like that, and that's what we are doing. That's what he's doing when he's not outside doing a project. And I mean, we don't have projects going all the time, so
we can't afford to have projects going all the time. Projects cost money, and if you guys hadn't seen the price of wood, oh my gosh! Yeah. Now they're saying that we won't see a reduction in wood in 5 years. I call bull hockey on that, buddy. But hey, you know, and that's one of the reasons we've held back from building the house. That's one reason we've held back about building some of the projects that I have coming up. But you know what? There's a lot of other work on your homestead or your farm that you can do that will cost you some money, but won't involve with having to buy wood. Yeah. I mean, there are so many projects right now that I need to get done on the homestead that don't involve wood, but the problem is it's getting the person. You like that? There he goes. That didn't work out for me. But anyway, so what I was saying is that having somebody come out to do or help you with something, right now is their prime season, so nobody really can do anything until the fall. But we have some huge, and I mean these are big things going to happen here on the homestead that nobody's going to.
It'll make some big changes for the better.
It'll make some huge changes for the better. And you know, it's a long time process to set this stuff up because it just doesn't happen overnight, especially with the way things are here. I mean, everybody, the pandemic's finally slowing down. Everybody's, well, not everybody, but some people are back to work, and the building here has been crazy. To have builders here, they're so backlogged, it's not even funny.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's not, I'll be honest with you, it's not the wood prices. Houses, the price of a house to build a house has went up about $40,000, and the people who are moving to Tennessee, down by Nashville or East Tennessee, are spending the money because they just don't care.
Yeah.
And I think they're crazy.
Yep.
I think if we all cut back on buying the wood and building houses and stuff, for a good year, the price will come down. And things will start to go back to a normal situation.
It's called supply and demand.
Yeah. But, wow. So moving out on the homestead, fantastic. I mean, I wake up in the morning, we sit on the porch, we look out, we see the trees. We get to listen to Hey Hey over there be a really mean rooster to the chick that's laying an egg. Or the hen, should I say, that's laying the egg. But he does that just to be himself. Oh.
Saw that shadow go across.
Uh-oh.
You better
In case you guys are wondering,
there's a hawk
flying around, and that might have been the reason why Hey Hey was making all that noise.
Yeah, I see it flying away.
Yeah, he's flying away.
Good.
They don't really come around us too much because I think the generator noise, and I think Hey Hey has a lot to do with it. Because I'll tell you what, we're going to have to post a picture of Hey Hey. But Hey Hey is absolutely huge for a rooster.
Compared to the chickens, yeah.
For a rooster, he's huge.
Yeah.
And I've seen some people's roosters, they're not big.
Yeah, he's on steroids.
Hey Hey is huge. I mean, his wingspan, when he puts his wings out there and says, hey, guess what, man?
Yeah.
You're about to mess with the wrong person. He lets it known. I mean, he's big.
And we've seen him. There was a hawk that got a chicken.
Yeah. About 6 months ago.
Wasn't it?
It was about 6 months ago.
About 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And he had all the other chickens on the other side of the coop, or other side of the chicken run, and he had his wings out and he was all puffed up. He looked huge.
He did, man. He looked so big. If I was a hawk, I'd be like, I don't know. I want to interpret this with him because it doesn't look like a good one. It might be a losing battle for me.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the hawk did get one of our chickens.
Yeah.
But she wasn't fast enough to get over behind Hey Hey. But he protected the rest of them. That was his job. So,
I mean, the chicken aspect of us is a great thing for us to start. Our first run was getting chickens out here as animals, and they've been phenomenal. They've been so fun. We have thank you, Hey Hey. We have gotten so many times where we have went out and just sat
and watched
the chickens.
Because they're funny.
Yeah, they are hilarious, the stuff that they do.
Yeah.
Like I said before in some other videos, I wish I knew what they were thinking or what they were talking about, because I bet you it'd be some funny stuff. I really do. So, yeah, guys. Well, I guess that's the end of our Q&A. We just wanted to let you guys know how we felt, what was going on in the past year and a half, and would we ever do it again. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't give this up for anything. You couldn't pay me to give it up. I wouldn't give it up. There's just something about the fresh air, the smell in the morning. I mean, sometimes something will bloom around us and it'll just float in the air and you'll smell it, and it smells so good. Alright guys, well, that's the end of our video. We just wanted to give you, it's a 1.5 year review on the Swisher. Started out Swisher Homestead, and now we've turned it into the Swisher Family Farm. Yep. And we're happy about it. Yep. We got a lot of stuff coming up, guys. Stay tuned. Don't forget, hitting that subscribe button is free. Hitting the bell to get notifications when we put up a new video. And don't forget our Facebook. We have 2 pages. We got Swisher Homesteaders, and we got Swisher Family Farm. You can do it. You guys can add stuff. You can post stuff on there. You can be part of our community. We don't want we're not going to charge you a subscription fee and all this, and we're not going to try to send you here and go there. And anybody who wants to put ads on there, don't bother, because I will delete you. We're not selling anything on our site. All we're doing is we're sharing a community of us together, making it work on our homesteads, on our farms, and that's what it's about. It's about a solid community.
Yep.
So at that point, guys, God bless you. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. It's free. Tell your friends about us. Don't forget to hit that like button and that bell button. Did I say that quick enough?
I think so.
Bye, guys. Have a good one, and God bless.